Urban legends tend to be fun stories that get told around the fire on a summer night. Sometimes they can get a little scary or creepy, but usually, at least in North America, they're not all that bad. However, on the other side of the world, especially in Asia, it seems urban legends are taken much more seriously. Or at the very least, they're usually much more specific, graphic, and scary. And as we know, countless films have been made based on urban legends, but it seems the ones done in Asia, again, are always the most terrifying. Whether you believe in them or not is entirely up to you, but today on Life's Biggest Questions, we'll be looking at the top 10 scary North Korean urban legends you won't believe exist. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to LBQ. As you can tell, this video is a little different, but we want to know your thoughts on it in the comments down below. I'm your host for this one, Jared Bronstein. Now, I will say with urban legends, there tends to be various versions of the same overall story, meaning I may mention an urban legend you know with a different name. If that's the case, let me know below, because I know for sure there's a few on this list with multiple names. We'll still be replying to some previous comments to wrap this one up, but for now, let's get right into it. Starting us off at number 10, elevator murder. Also known as the stranger in the elevator, this legend claims that when you get into an elevator, another person will follow closely behind. After the two of you get into the elevator, the stranger won't press their floor until you press the floor you're going to. Then the stranger will press the floor below you, and when they reach that floor, will step out of the elevator and proceed to show you a knife while saying, "I'll see you upstairs." Other versions claim the man says, "I'm gonna kill you on the next floor," or "see you soon." The man then races up the stairs, waiting for the elevator doors to open to kill you. Some sources claim this had happened to a young woman going up to the 14th floor of her apartment, and others believe this is the reason a stop button was created for elevators in the first place. At number 9, the toilet ghost. Sometimes referred to as the haunted stall or haunted toilet, it's believed this happens mainly in school bathrooms, but some sources claim it could happen anywhere really. So here's what happens. You gotta go to the bathroom, so you find an empty stall and start putting toilet paper down on the seat. At least, I hope you do. Now things get weird here because apparently while you're squatting doing your thing, a hand comes out of the bowl offering you red or blue toilet paper. If you choose red, the ghost will skin you alive, leaving you in a pool of your own blood. As you can imagine, choosing blue doesn't seem to help your chances of getting out alive either. Quite symbolic, the blue toilet paper will lead to the ghost suffocating or choking you until you're quite literally blue in the face. Some sources claim that if you try to leave, the stall will be locked and there is no way out, while others believe if you ask for white toilet paper, the ghost will let you go unharmed. I just don't know why no one talks about the fact that the toilet paper you're getting is coming out of the toilet, so it's likely already covered in, like feces. Moving on to number 8, taxi drivers. Now it seems this urban legend has been around since the beginning of time, and really the template of it can be used anywhere. However, it seems the legend really took its toll across all of Korea, affecting the taxi industry and their passengers. The story goes that an unsuspecting victim gets into a taxi cab, gets sedated, and wakes up either in a field or a bathtub with an organ or multiple organs missing. There have been countless movies and TV shows where this plot has been used, or at least an aspect of it, but it seems in Korea, the legend really scared the public. It got to the point that police had to do investigations and assure everyone taking taxis wouldn't lead to them losing a kidney. A 45-year-old guy even jumped out of a moving taxi, breaking his arm after his wife warned him about organ harvesting. He was drunk, so that may have also affected his judgment in the moment. At 7, red ink. Now there aren't any crazy stories behind this one, just a simple common understanding that red ink should only be used when writing about the dead. The idea here is that red is symbolic for blood, which can be interpreted as death. Others believe red ink will bring them bad luck, so they forbid any kind of it in their homes. It's quite possible people believe if their name is written in red ink, their days are numbered, or they're bound to have bad luck. While others may believe that using any kind of red ink for any reason other than writing about the dead will ultimately lead to their untimely demise. At number 6, we got virgin ghosts, also known as Cho Nyo Guishin. Apparently you know when they're around because the temperature drops significantly, there is a sudden shift in the wind's direction, and you may even experience chills. Known to haunt abandoned buildings such as hospitals and schools, as well as general locations like cemeteries and wooded areas, these ghosts tend to look identical to that of Samara from The Ring. Now, it's no secret the film was adapted from the Japanese film Ring, which was most likely inspired by this urban legend or a similar story. One story specifically that seems to be often shared is the man who heard a knock on his door in the middle of the night. He asked who was there, and a voice just told him to close his eyes, count to 100, and not make a noise before, or he'll die. Now, being the brave guy that he is, the man opened the door to find nothing. No one there, but he was superstitious, so he closed his eyes and started counting. About halfway through, he opened his eyes and saw a ghost staring right at him. On to number 5, dreaming about a deceased family member. It's never easy losing someone, and there are many different beliefs surrounding dreaming about loved ones that we've lost. A common urban legend in Korea is that dreaming of dead family members means someone is trying to steal your soul, especially if the person you're dreaming about is in or near water. More specifically, a man kept having a dream about his late grandmother, who was standing waist deep in water. The dream kept recurring, with the man getting closer and closer to his deceased grandmother until the man realized he had kept something of hers. After paying respects once more, however he did so, the dreams finally stopped. On to number 4, cockroach face masks. It's just as bad as it sounds, as this urban legend follows a young boy or man who suffered from severe acne. After reading online that a new technique can cleanse your skin, our friend was on board and decided he was going to try it. All you had to do was put a cockroach on your pillow, and the next morning, your skin would be mint. So, that night, the guy went outside of his apartment, caught a cockroach, and put it on his pillow before going to bed. He'd wake up to find his skin had completely cleared up, but after a while, started to itch. After taking a closer look at his face, the man realized the cockroach had laid eggs in his pores and scars, inevitably leading to cockroaches literally growing inside of his face. And I hope you guys enjoyed that one because we got a very similar legend in at number 3. Sesame seed baths. Apparently another cosmetic tip overheard from a friend or maybe found online. A girl was under the impression mixing sesame seeds in her bath water could prevent wrinkles and lead to flawless skin. That day the girl got home from school and went straight to the bath. After a while, the girl's mother got concerned and knocked on the door. The girl replied, "Just a minute," but after a little while, her mother got fed up and decided to force the door open. Upon her entering, the mother would find her daughter sitting in the bathtub trying to pick out all the sesame seeds that rooted themselves into her skin with a toothpick. Some sources claim the girl appeared to have also lost her mind, while others say she was mentally stable, just trying to remove the seeds. Either way, bad situation. Now on to number 2, the slit mouth or red mask girl. One of the more popular legends on this list. There are, as you can imagine, various different versions, but they all seem to more or less follow the story of a woman who underwent a cosmetic surgery that didn't go as planned. Now because of this, the woman walks around with a surgical mask. Some claim it's red, while others say it's just a regular mask. The woman will then ask people if they think she's pretty. If they say no, she kills them. If they say yes, she removes her mask, revealing a horrible scar or cuts across her face. Some sources claim the scars are similar to that of the Joker, while others say the cut goes from ear to ear across her mouth. At this point, she'll ask again, "Do you think I'm pretty?" To which a no leads to death, and a yes leads to her cutting your face up to match hers. Some claim if you say yes, she calls you a liar and slits your throat. Either way, it seems there's no real winning on that one. And in at number 1, the V picture. This one really is wild because it seems so innocent yet so sinister. The story goes that a man comes across a horrible crash. While on site, he finds a photo of a girl holding up the peace sign, or as some refer to it, making a V. The man feels drawn to the photo due to the beauty of the woman in it, so he decides to hold on to it. A few days later, the same man is involved in a fatal accident, and it just so happens that another man stumbles upon this crash. To no surprise, our new friend here just so happens to stumble upon a photograph of a beautiful woman at the crash site, and feels so drawn to it, he decides to keep it in his car. Now here's the kicker. It is in fact the same photo of the beautiful girl holding up the peace sign that the first man found, but the version this new man found has the girl holding up 3 fingers. And I got a feeling after a few days, the girl lifted a 4th finger. And that's it for the top 10 scary North Korean urban legends you won't believe exist. Let us know which one you guys thought was the scariest and most realistic in the comments down below, and let us know what you thought about this new type of video. For now, let's reply to some comments from the video. What really happened to Kim Jong-un? DGenti Man said, "Why can't Dennis Rodman just tell us what happened?" You know, I think right now Dennis is too busy talking about the Bulls and playing with Jordan and stuff, so he'll probably come out with another documentary, or at least maybe like BBC or maybe ESPN will even do it on him. I don't know. And he'll just talk about this stuff like 30 years later. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what he's doing now. Breezy said, "Don't worry, he's just busy clutching the gulag match." Yo, if you guys play Warzone, drop your tags below. I'll add you. Mine's Bronstein7. It's just my last name, the number 7. I play that and undefeated in the gulag. Don't even try me right now. Travis in LA said he's quarantining like most people in the world. Yeah, I'm going to say that's most likely what's happening. He's just quarantining. With that being said, I mean, apparently North Korea wasn't hit that bad, so why does he have to quarantine? And on top of that, he did miss the most important day, or one of the most important days in the political calendar of North Korea, which was celebrating his grandfather's life, who was one of the founders of North Korea. So, I don't know, something's going on here. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. You guys have been watching LBQ. We'll see you in the next one.